There's nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine.
You'd be surprised at the things you find when you go looking.
God, it knows I'm here.
Clear your minds. It knows what scares you. It has from the very beginning.
Plunging headfirst into some kind of black void of sheer, utter madness.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
It is entitled Naturan de Manto, roughly translated Book of the Dead.
You're gonna die up there.
I've got to return some videotapes.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Joe.
What is it about like the countdown to start recording that just cracks us up every single time?
I don't know, but like every time we say, yeah, like I'm ready, let's do it.
I'm ready. And then it starts counting and we're like, oh my God.
And it gets down to 1 and we're just, dang.
It's the most ridiculous. I don't know why that is so funny. I think it's because like we didn't know it would count down for us the first time, and so we counted down and then started it. So now that's our own weird little private joke. Do you want to start again, or is this good stuff? I think this is good stuff.
I think it's fine. Also, happy Halloween week. When this airs, it will be the Monday before Halloween. I think Halloween's on a Friday this year, which is always fun.
It is the Friday night of our Halloween party. It's gonna be God, I hope it's good. We're gonna be moving 2 weeks beforehand, and so it's gonna be hectic. October's gonna be a wild time.
Well, as you unpack your Halloween decorations, you can just put them up.
That's exactly what we've already we were like, we need something up, so we put some light stuff up here. Yeah. And then as soon as we can, we're just going to go ahead and put the 12-foot skeleton up at the new place.
Yeah.
Just because. Yeah. Anywho, happy Halloween, everybody. For our Halloween episode, we're not doing a single movie because we want it to be special. And we're going to do we're doing lists of some of our favorite Halloween movies that are not about Halloween.
It's the movies that we watch that put us personally in the Halloween mood.
Right. Or that aren't pertaining to or set around or any of that jazz.
No, and, a lot of these are probably going to be tied specifically to our own feelings about when we saw them. But I tried to go for things that do have the right vibe. Right. And a lot of them I realized after I made my list, there's some recurring themes that make me think Halloween. And
I actually I had trouble with this because literally on Halloween I'm like, okay, Sleepy Hollow, okay, Hocus Pocus, okay, now that Hocus Pocus is a huge horror movie, but
it is a Halloween movie though.
It is a Halloween movie. So my list, it has a theme, and it is imperfection. I have an obsession with slightly crooked lines and stuff like that, asymmetry. And my list is centered around movies that are awesome and fun, not necessarily 100% technically perfect.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see how that worked out.
Mine really were just all like gut feeling. Like, sure, this movie puts me in the mood. Like this is a Halloween movie.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, we were just before we started recording, we were talking about Lost Boys, and I was like, "Well, Lost Boys is a Halloween movie. It's not in any way, shape, or form. But it feels like it.
I mean, they all are wearing long sleeves and shit all the time, so you could pretend it's like fall, but it's the beach.
Yeah, there's something about it, and it's crazy atmosphere that just I think just because it is a very atmospheric film.
It is, but I also, and this is one of the themes that I noticed in a lot of mine, it's kids or teenagers in danger dealing with it without adults. And
that's valid.
And yes. Halloween is you're out in the world. Everybody's dressed like monsters. There's all this, watch out what candy you get, check your candy before you eat it. Like it's supposed to be scary, but when you're a kid, you're with your friends and you're out doing the thing. And
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, I dig that vibe. That's an angle that never occurred to me, quite honestly.
It just sort of occurred to me after I looked at several of the movies on the list.
Yeah. Well, let's go. Let's start with the list. Let's start the lists.
Let's do it. You go first.
I'm going to go first. Yeah. The first thing I have is one that we've already talked about on this podcast. It's Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
So I can just cross that off my list then.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, it's fine. I tried not to, but I still ended up with 2 on my list that we've already covered. Because they just were so Halloween to me, you know?
But we could just both talk about it. My
let's
notes on
just
it
talk about it.
are just the fact that it is the because it kind of parodies it. It's the essential like 50s style alien invasion movie. And complete with like leaps in logic in the name of, what would be cool to happen next?
Mhm.
It's like, and there's no real rhyme or reason to it, but it's fun, so different, and like like amazing practical special effects, and a theme song, which is always a great addition.
On my Halloween playlist every year.
Hell to the dude.
Well, and just the character designs, like the evil clown faces look like amazing Halloween masks. Again, it's small town. It's kind of fall vibes. They're not kids. We talked about this when we did the episode. Yeah.
They're not children, but there is a kind of kids running around without adult supervision vibe.
Well, yeah, because you've got the main characters. They're probably, we decided they were college kids.
Right.
But then you've also got authority figures, the cops and stuff. So there is a division. Like, these are the mature adults, and these are the kids running around out at the makeout point.
Sure.
It's great, and it's perfect for Halloween, and it's fun. It's funny.
It is. Truly, truly, truly.
Yeah.
So you go.
Okay. Again, in no certain order, Slither.
Slither's pretty great.
Is for me a great. Again, we've got an alien invasion. We've got both of these movies start with the bad guy dropping out of the sky and somebody going to find it.
I do
or
think
coming
that
across it. I guess
there is a kind of element of like informed by like the same thing, like 50s alien invasion kind of.
Well, it's War of the Worlds.
Yes.
It's Orson
Invaders
Welles
from Mars,
scaring the shit out of everybody on the radio, telling them that aliens were invading.
Yeah.
On Halloween.
But it's like grotesque and visceral and
well, practical effects, check. But also James Gunn wrote and directed. It's his first the first movie he directed, and not to sound like a hipster, but I liked him before he was cool. Like, I've been a fan since Romeo and Juliet.
Damn straight.
And I was crazy excited because I loved Firefly. So when his first movie starred Nathan Fillion, and Michael Rooker, fucking Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Hell yeah.
So I knew it was going to be good, and then it was better than I thought it would be.
And it's fun. I think that's one of the key running themes in this is going to be a fun horror movie as opposed to like intense or scary or something like that. Yeah. Even though it does have some crazy moments, because the aliens in it are like, for a good portion of the movie are nigh invulnerable. Like, so it does ramp up the tension pretty well.
Well, and the girl exploding into slugs, and Grant, like the sort of character arc he has, where he's married to Lila, but or Darla, it's Darla.
Okay.
Anyway. She married him young to get away from her shitty home life, and he's rich, and he's not a bad guy, but he's just kind of unpleasant. He's just he's not the guy for her. No, he's a crude kind of a dick, but he's not abusive. He's just not good. And he's good enough that you do feel bad that he is getting mutated into this thing.
He's still an innocent, technically.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go next here. We'll go back and forth. That's how we're doing it.
Yeah. Back and forth.
Next, I have just the VHS series.
Okay.
Anthology collections like this they're always roller coasters, because it's one of those anthologies where every segment is a different director, different crew, different budget.
Yeah.
So you're, in terms of quality, it's all over the place. But with the VHS series, it seems like there's always at least one shining example in each one, and especially like the first maybe two of them, they're pretty good all around. Like the first one is superlative. It's a stupendous film.
Well, I haven't seen any of the recent ones, but I heard that like the 85 or whatever, the 80s one that was pretty recent was good.
That wasn't bad. They did one that was aliens themed. I liked that one. You'd be surprised how many there are. There's kind of a lot of them. And they're worth seeking out. They're worth seeking out because a lot of these short films, like I believe there's one of the short films, it was, I believe, in the first one that actually got remade as a feature-length film with Kids versus Aliens. Um,
Oh, okay.
and it got toned down in terms of intensity when they
Yeah.
did that. They made it a little bit more like teenage age level, like
Right.
early teenage. Um, and the remake was pretty fun. But the original is pretty good too. But even when it's bad, there's a kind of a grindhouse appeal to it because these are independent filmmakers, you know, making something that they love.
Well, yeah, and it's also kind of
you know, chunking it out.
it's kind of been a jumping off point for a lot of filmmakers. A lot of guys,
Yeah.
I think, have kind of started there and then gone on to get to actually make full
For
features.
sure.
Did the guys that made The Void do something in VHS as one of their early ones? Because The Void was the first full length, but they had done
They might have.
they had done short films, and I feel like maybe they did something in one of the VHSs.
I'd have to look it up.
I don't know.
Hang on a second. I got my phone right here. Let's look at. Oh boy, what the heck am I looking at? Okay, let's see here. Oh, I was looking up that. Okay, VHS. The first VHS. Nope, that's not it. It's got the lines in between. Oh, holy crap! It's hard to find. What you're
It's
looking
all right.
for.
We don't need to dwell on that.
Okay. Yeah. We'll move forward. Yeah, but and then even if it's like unwatchable drivel, it's not too long before the next one comes along, and that's fine.
That is nice.
Yeah, but the whole like just guerrilla aspect of it is always appealing. And the fact that there's shorter stories and everything gives it like a party atmosphere. Like I said, the first one is so good. Every story you really need to watch. But yeah, VHS.
I need to dig in. I've seen the first couple, and I really liked them. They kept coming out, and I just kept kind of missing them.
Yeah, they're like I said, there's a lot of them, and yeah, some of them are better than others. Some parts are better than others.
But like you said, you get to move on to the next thing pretty quick.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it. It never lasts long. So go. What's your next guy?
My next one is Coraline.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, and
I did not consider that.
Well, and I think I was knocking it around, but then a couple weeks ago we set up the screen and the projector in the yard, and I watched it with the kids, and it was kind of breezy and cool out, and it just felt for all the world like Halloween. So,
yeah,
I mean, aesthetically, it's very, awesome, creepy. It's from a Neil Gaiman novella or book.
It's a intermediate reader book. I read that book.
Yeah, but
I had a whole thing with it. I worked at a bookstore, and the book came out, and a coworker of mine was also excited about it. So we both read the book together, and then heard the movie was going to be made. We went to the premiere together to see the movie. It was a whole thing. So I'm a big fan of Coraline.
Well, and the other thing is that the guy that directed it and co-wrote the script is Henry Selick, and
I was going to say,
he's the guy that should be getting the credit for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right, he's the director, right?
Yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas, and
Nightmare
it's
Before
very much
Christmas
so.
Was a story that Tim Burton wrote and some sketches he did of characters, but Henry Selick is the guy that has made both of these things into the movies that became.
Yeah, and it's kind of built out from Burton's aesthetic a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, there were main characters and stuff, but then
but the world had to be imagined. Yes,
nobody knows Henry Selick's name, but everybody thinks Nightmare Before Christmas is Tim Burton, and it's Tim Burton. He produced it because it's from the mind of Tim Burton, but
its full title is Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
I know, but the guy that did the fucking heavy lifting is Henry Selick, and it wouldn't exist without him, and it wouldn't have been as good without him. And I don't think Tim Burton even wrote the songs, so.
No, because that was So
So I love Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton, but I just want Henry Selick to get his credit for all of the things he's done.
Yes,
because
absolutely,
Paranorman, Box Trolls, like all of that.
I really loved Paranorman.
Yeah,
I was obsessed with that when that one came out.
That's this weekend. We're setting up the screen.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
next I have the Blackwell Ghost series, and I didn't mean to put a couple series on here, but here we are.
Hey, so let's do 10 movies each, Joe. Okay, fine. How's 30?
That's cool. Blackwell Ghost has 8 parts. So the Blackwell Ghost films are they're set up as documentaries. They're presented as pure documentaries, but it's like a single guy who's a filmmaker and a paranormal investigator investigating these haunted locations by himself.
Okay.
And the ultra realistic tone of it makes it really interesting because small stuff does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Pure paranormal stuff happens, and it makes it all the more shocking when it does.
Yeah.
Like a ball bounces off of a chair, and it's intense because he's been staring at cameras and he's been going over, this is the spirit in the house, this is the ghost in that, this is the, and
Yeah.
I think the first 3 movies are about a single haunted location, and then the rest of them are about this other haunted location in Florida that was like the residence of a serial killer or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen them. And they're just really good. They're really well done. They're really fun. Every time a new one comes out, we're like, oh crap, we got to rent it. We got to watch it right away. We got to see it. And again, I'd say it's a filmmaker doing it entirely on his own. So it's a monument to small time production budget.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm a big fan of that stuff. I mean, I was thinking about it today. I don't love found footage. I'm not averse to it. I will watch it,
Sure.
but there are some people that prefer it and love it and go out of their way to find it, and I'm not that guy. And
I look at it as any other filmmaking technique where it's like, we'll judge it on its own merits. I'm not gonna because it's found footage, I'm not gonna give it any credit.
So unless I hear some other reasons for me to want to see a thing, I tend to skip it if it's just, oh look, another found footage thing, because it also is the easiest thing for people to make cheap, which we've talked about before, which means that with the success of Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity, all of that, the market's flooded. It's so easy to just stumble into garbage with found footage.
It's super inundated, and so many of them are so bad because of poor production, poor acting, poor writing, you name it. So you do have to pick and choose.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the Blackwell Ghost stuff, and I've seen it like listed there, but never really.
I don't know that any of them are free to watch. I think you have to pay for like all of them.
Yeah.
Except maybe the first one to kind of get you hooked. But I'm really glad we got hooked, quite honestly, because I really, really enjoy every one of them.
Well, I will dive into them then.
Yeah, give it a shot.
I think Amber Amber likes all the paranormal stuff, So
yeah.
Good.
Cool. It's your turn.
So it's my turn. Monster Squad.
I was thinking about that. That's not set at Halloween, is it?
No, it's not. In fact, I looked it up. Like I didn't have time to watch it. I wanted to watch it when I started thinking about it, but I didn't have time. And so I looked it up to make sure that it wasn't set at Halloween, but it feels like Halloween, and it's 80s.
It
again,
does.
Kids in danger, kids fighting the monster on their own. And it's all the Universal monsters or versions of.
Yeah, the Surefine brand version.
Yeah. But I mean, they call it Frankenstein and Dracula because those are public domain, but they don't.
Right.
And really, the only one with like a different design really is the creature.
The Gillman.
Yeah, the Gillman. And they did a great job with him. I mean, it's a real good Gillman.
He's awesome. That is a great design, and he stands out.
Yeah, but it also gave us the classic line, Wolfman has nuts.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it must be summer in that movie, right? Because the kids hang out like all the time.
Yeah, they're riding bikes all over town. They're hanging out in their treehouse. There's the cool kid that wants to hang in the treehouse because from there he can see the girl he likes and peep on her through a window, which is creepy, but it was the 80s and people got away with shit.
And then there's the whole thing of like, how do you kill a werewolf? And what's the other way to kill a werewolf? And it's like, there is only one way. It's a silver bullet.
Yeah. And then they prove it later by shoving dynamite into him or blowing him up, and then he just like comes back together.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great.
It's so good. Also, it was written by Shane Black, which I did not know until I looked it up.
No kidding.
Yeah, the guy that wrote Lethal Weapon and Last Boy Scout and Predator. Well, he didn't write Predator. He was in Predator, and then he wrote that new. He wrote and directed that new Predator.
Okay.
And he wrote. I think he wrote and directed Iron Man 3 too. Anyway, he's all over the place.
He is. He's one of those guys. That's cool.
So Monster Squad.
Monster Squad's great.
But again, this is one of those also that, came out in 87 and I was 8. I probably didn't see it till I was 9 or 10. I probably saw it on VHS.
Or I think it was on HBO, like heavy rotation.
That might have been
for
it.
a while.
But I remember, in the mid to late 80s, I lived in a small town in the Midwest with, it was Mayberry. It was it had a town
Yeah.
square with clock tower. You know,
Yeah.
like I rode my bike all over the place. So when I was a kid, I had the childhood that the kids in these movies had. So a lot of these like speak to me as being
Really
out.
resonated.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway,
It's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, next I have House on Haunted Hill. But I
okay.
also noted
which-
literally any Vincent Price film.
okay. So I was gonna make sure it's the original.
I actually do. I don't hate the remake of House on Haunted Hill.
I don't hate it because it's sort of it's of its period.
It is.
You know,
They kind of fumble the ending with the kind of ink monster ghost
yeah.
thing, but it has some lovely nods to the original in it.
Mhm.
But I mean, the original's just.
What was it? Was
it's
it
just
Jeffrey?
fun.
Was it Jeffrey Rush doing?
Yes.
Yeah, that he was a
Playing-
great choice. Like if you
yes.
gotta,
Playing Vincent Price's
Yeah.
character, essentially. Yes.
yeah,
I love the original. It's weird. It's deeply atmospheric. It tries really hard and mostly succeeds. It's a lot of great like character actors throwing just huge amounts of dialogue out and just eating scenery whole.
Yeah.
It's tremendous. It's a tremendous movie. It's one of those movies you can kind of put on in the background and let play.
Yeah.
And whenever you look at it, something of note is going to be happening. It is truly like close to my heart. Yeah. It's the original House on Haunted Hill.
yeah. I'm glad
yeah.
Vincent Price made it into our list here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My one biggest like regret of celebrity I never got to meet was Vincent Price. Because he was
He's
awesome
one that
sauce.
I mostly don't want to meet celebrities because I'm sure I'll be disappointed. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been disappointed in Vincent Price. Well, there was a great story about him. He went to he just sort of walked in after the movie had started playing so he wouldn't be noticed for House of Wax, I think,
Okay.
when it was in the theaters, obviously.
Sure.
When it was new. And he just sat in the back row behind a couple of college kids that were just on the edge of their seat the whole movie. Like it had
Yeah.
them, you know?
Yeah.
And when the movie was over and the lights came up, he just leaned forward between them and said, "How did you like the movie?" And they threw their fucking popcorn and lost their shit and ran out of the theater.
Vincent Price is such a ham like that, dude. He was fantastic. I freaking love it. That's another great. House of Wax is so good. Oh man.
I remember,
Oh.
I know it's one of the lesser ones, but I've always had a place in my heart for the Tingler.
I love the Tingler. I love the Tingler. I love that there's weird splashes of red in it. It's
Yeah.
mostly a black and white film. I love that it's cheesy and weird. And
just the premise is so far out there. Like when I was a kid, I was just like, man,
it makes
fear
no
makes a monster grow in your spine that
It
kills
doesn't make
you.
any sense. It doesn't
Like-
make any sense. That's lunacy.
Yeah.
And then you can, if you kill the person at just the right time, you can extract this giant neck-breaking monster. out of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
back.
And doesn't the guy try to kill his wife? Like he tries to scare her to death.
Because she can't scream because she's mute.
Yeah, that was it. You scream. Screaming is how you
Screaming
reduce
shrinks it back down.
the Tingler.
And then the Tingler, his lab is above a movie theater. So there's a part in the movie where the Tingler escapes into the audience of the theater showing the movie The Tingler. And you just get like an all black screen and voiceover from Vincent Price, like, scream for your lives, you know? It's and apparently that was like the William Castle Sensorama. Like there was plastic tinglers that would run around the aisles and
Yeah, probably
press people's ankles.
had the seats wired to electrocute everybody gently.
It's a different time. I can't say I didn't want to live in it.
no
But
shit.
yes. So House on Haunted Hill,
All right.
or indeed any Vincent Price. I mean, Edgar Allan Poe is never better than when in Vincent Price's fucking mouth.
Wait, and the Vincent Price, Edgar Allan Poe, those were Hammer or Corman? What Corman did
I think both actually.
okay, well Corman did his Poe cycle, you know.
Right. There's several of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. Anyway.
All right. So my next one is Scream.
Oh, okay.
I know we kind of dogged it when we were talking about Behind the Mask, but that was in the specific context of its meta-ness
Yes.
and how whiny it is about slashers. I agree with all of that still, but when it came out in 96, you know, I think it was genius, first off, for the bad guy to wear such an easy to mass produce costume.
Yeah.
Because they're still making millions every year at Spirit Halloween off of that.
Yeah.
But it also was the freaking 90s. Like,
Yes.
like that movie had, I mean, what? Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan. It was so 90s, but also one of the most successful pranks I've ever played.
Okay. I
Was-
can't wait to hear this.
Was Scream related. So the first time I saw Scream, I was third wheeling with my buddy Jason and his girlfriend Amanda.
Okay.
We went to the theater and we saw it. It was brand new, and Jason and I fucking loved it. And we all went our separate ways. We all went home, but it scared the living shit out of Amanda. Like she was afraid to, like, when we dropped her
Interesting.
off, she didn't want to walk across the yard to her house. Like she was
Okay.
she was easy to scare. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so we all go our separate ways, but then me and Jason get home and, like, we call each other and are on the phone talking about the movie.
Sure.
So what a lot of people maybe don't remember is that in the 90s, we had call waiting and caller
Right.
ID.
Yes.
So when the phone rang, you could see who was calling you.
Yep.
You're talking on it, you'd get a beep if somebody else called you.
Right.
But if you're already on the phone and somebody else calls, the caller ID will not tell you who it is.
No, it'll just say who you're still talking to.
Yes. So I'm talking to Jason. He gets a beep. He switches over. He comes back and he's like, dude, Amanda's flipping her shit. I got to talk to her. She's, like, so scared.
Oh my God.
I'm like, all right, man. I'll talk to you later. So I hang up the phone and I realize I knew that Amanda had caller ID, but I also know now that she is on the phone with Jason.
Yes. See
So,
where this is going.
I called Amanda,
Yes.
and when she switched over, I just said, Amanda, what's your favorite scary movie? And she screamed directly into the phone and hung up, and I rolled around on the floor laughing my ass off for a little while until
Not have words.
my phone rang, and I picked it up laughing, and Jason said, yeah, I thought it was you.
Come on. Come on.
So-
You're blameless in that one. Like, that's all her, dude.
I have no shame. I saw an opportunity and I took it, and I would have regretted it if I hadn't.
So fucking
So,
sad. Oh my gosh.
so Scream.
So Scream. Great.
And once
Scream
again,
is-
a bunch of kids, not really with parents helping them. One cop that's kind of their age anyway,
yes.
dealing with mass
He's
murder.
kind of one of them, yes. So my next one, this is Joe picks an obscure title. This is called At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul.
Okay,
Okay.
I don't know this.
You know, it is the first film in Brazilian horror icon Coffin Joe's filmography.
Okay.
Coffin Joe was a Brazilian, I believe he was like a TV horror presenter. And it's very amateurish in terms of writing. It's like Coffin Joe is this ill-defined vampiric ghoulish creature. Right? He's
Okay.
kind of like he's got a cape, he's got long claws, he's got a top hat, and he's got like a beard.
He's Svengoolie or
Yes, he's of that ilk.
yeah.
And in the film, he's this guy, and he's creepy, and he wants to marry the beautiful woman, and her boyfriend has to rescue her from his clutches. But it's filled with just kind of like tropes of like the 40s, 50s, 60s era horror filmmaking.
Mhm.
It's steeped in atmosphere because the one thing they did spend money on was sets. It's just a lot of fun, and it is like one of those weird, like, strange things from out of nowhere, because it's a Brazilian horror film. Who has fucking seen that?
Yeah.
That can come out of left field and just be like, and just pull you in, because it's so odd, and it's one of those kind of like language and regional barrier things where you kind of go like, wait, what's happening now? and that pulls you in. It's very good. I recommend it to anybody. I know it's super obscure. I myself have not seen it in several years. But it's the first in a trilogy, which I think
Okay.
the third one came out just before he died a couple of years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So wait, how old is this movie?
The first one is quite old.
Okay.
He kind of did a lot of stuff in between
I see.
that wasn't a film in his series. But it's worth seeking out. Yeah, At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul.
I will
64.
check it out.
1964.
I wonder when we're done. I'm gonna go pull some of my. I got like several of those monster like 50 horror movie compilation boxes.
Right.
I
Yes.
wonder if it's in one of those.
Maybe. I had to seek it out when it came
Yeah.
out at Eids because a DVD version had just come out from like Shout Factory or some shit like that. So it's you might have to like look it up on YouTube or something.
Yeah, it's probably there.
It's probably one of those ones that's like free on YouTube or something like that. But yeah, At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul, which is also just a fun title.
It is.
So
It's a great title.
the ridiculous over the topness of that's the theme of the film.
That at midnight he's gonna take her soul.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, truth in advertising.
Hell yeah.
I
So
like
what's
it.
your next one?
My next one is the 1988 remake of The Blob.
We just saw this like not too long ago for the first time.
I honestly like discovered it maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
So good.
It's so good. Like
So
the
good.
effects are amazing, but
Top notch. Yes.
I mean, it's, Shawnee Smith, who has become like a scream queen in her own right with the Saw
Yes.
series.
Yes.
Kevin Dillon is
Yes.
the bad
The
boy
bad
that she ends
boy.
up with. But also they set up the good guy like he's going to be the hero and then kill the shit out of him. Like,
Yeah.
gruesomely. It's amazing.
And that's the thing is the deaths are really gruesome in
they're
the
so
Blob
good.
remake.
But again,
in a great way.
It falls from the sky at the beginning of the movie. It's an
the Blob.
alien. It
It's
takes
the
over a
Blob.
town. It's a small town. I mean, it's the same alien invasion thing that I just keep coming back to for Halloween.
Right.
In
But it's-
fact,
Yeah.
because we both did Killer Clowns, I was going to go to one of my honorable mentions
Oh, okay.
to fill the gap, and I realized that it's another one of these. It's another.
I think there is a certain essential thing where it's like there's a lack of complication in the heroes. Like this isn't
Yeah.
something that like they're not being punished for their hubris.
No.
Or this isn't the result of their own actions. This is something happening to them from completely outside, which like that level of innocence, very childlike. And it relates back to that idea of like kids running around on Halloween and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I do think that's part of the vibe.
And the shit happens, and you got to work the problem.
Yeah.
It's-
Nobody's gonna do it for you. You gotta make it happen, baby.
No, sir.
Oh, the Blob remake is good. Yes.
It's so good.
Okay, so my next one is Amityville, but any movie in the series. I'm talking about the original series of
Okay.
Amityville films. Anyone but the first one, because the first one is restricted to the things that allegedly happened in the house.
Yeah, but so what? It's good. Like, if you
It's
just
good.
take it
No,
by
it's
itself.
fine. But the thing is that with that, the events that happened in the house, we'll just go ahead and assume that they happened. The Lutzes are probably honest. The fact
I mean,
that
we know that
they
dude
tried to
killed
make
his
money
family.
Well, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
I know,
I'm talking
I know.
about seeing a pig demon in the window. But like the thing with the original is that the things are so weird and disconnected and random.
Yeah.
That it doesn't have like a great cohesive narrative thread as far as the supernatural events go. Whereas
True.
the sequels, unburdened by that, can be a little bit more of like a traditional horror film.
Okay.
Not to say that they aren't crazy and random and weird.
Yeah.
But they also have the thing of like, we got to go bigger every time. So they get more and more fucking insane until you're dealing with an actual portal to hell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're talking about a series that's sequels were happening in the 80s.
Yes.
In the
Yes.
80s, everything was that.
Yeah.
Return of the Living Dead was that over the top. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and
Yes.
it was a great time.
It
It was a
was
really
good-
great time for
It's a
horror.
really great time. Oh, but yeah, that's my pick. And also the first one has like this tone of like this family needs to survive. It's a little more
Mhm.
serious and grim in tone. It's not quite as fun.
Yeah.
I care less about the family in the sequels. 'Cause I'm like, you guys are just pulling shit out of your ass now.
Yeah, and I like the Ryan Reynolds one. I
I
enjoyed it. It's
I
it's
didn't
fun
mind it.
watch.
I didn't mind it. Yeah,
I
no.
know a lot of horror people I think don't like the whole Platinum Dunes like remake
Right.
thing with Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of that.
Sure.
But we've rewatched the Ryan Reynolds Amityville because it's popcorn. It's easy to watch again. It
And
moves
again, like
well,
the big
it's-
problem I think that I have with a lot of the Platinum Dunes remakes is that they go for like elements, but they forget the whole.
Yeah.
In a kind of, and so it's like, but you can be random in Amityville.
Yeah.
Amityville is random. It's weird and strange and surrealistic, and that's okay.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, even though he oftentimes pretty much just plays different versions of himself, Ryan Reynolds is a good actor. And
He is. I think this is like one of the few
He's-
times you see him as far away from himself as possible.
yeah, and he also is, although like the one thing I don't like about the movie is that he's supposed to be like a carpenter in the 70s and he's chopping wood with his shirt off and he's shredded like a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like 0% body fat. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
We needed that? But he is a serious physical threat. So when he starts to turn, he's not only good at being scary.
Right. And that's supposed to be an element of the story too.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get into my whole ghost hunter thing. I have a whole thing. Anyway, yes, Amityville.
We'll do an episode on the ghost hunting.
Of course. But yeah, Amityville, anything but the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So again, you brought a series.
Yeah.
-1.
I go bigger. I'm looking at my list. I'm like, I have something even bigger. I'm an asshole.
All right, well, my next one is The Frighteners. 96, Peter Jackson, Michael J. Fox, Jake Busey,
good.
Jeffrey Combs. It's
so good.
It's the wacky, like, pre-Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, like, coming off a Bad Taste and Dead Alive. And
it walks the very thin line between horror and comedy that I feel like Ghostbusters walks.
yeah, but it's not afraid to be dark and talk about serious stuff. And,
Yes.
For anybody that doesn't know, it's Michael J. Fox was in a car wreck that killed his wife, but the brain damage he suffered now lets him see ghosts. He's such a broken person now without his wife that what he does with this gift is con people. He uses it to con them out of their money. He has ghosts that he will have haunt houses, and then he goes in and clears them out, and he gets paid for it. And then the ghost of a serial killer comes back, and he has to actually start doing something to save people.
Right.
And it's so good and so funny. And Jeffrey Combs just chews scenery in the best
Jeffrey
possible
Combs
way.
as the FBI agent.
The occult, the FBI
The occult
has been
obsessed.
undercover with the occult world for like decades. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Where he tears off his shirt and reveals, I'm wearing a lead breastplate.
Yes.
Like he's just so, he's weird in all ways that only Jeffrey Combs can be.
Yeah. And Arlie Ermy as the ghost of, Arlie Ermy. Just shooting machine guns in the cemetery. Just
Oh, it's so good.
so good.
So good. Arlie Ermy is, anytime that he shows up, he's always just doing his same person. He's just doing himself.
Oh, yeah.
And it is never not enjoyable.
Well, Stanley Kubrick blessed off on it, and every filmmaker since then was like, well, it's good enough for me. If it's good enough for Kubrick.
that's the one guy that Stanley Kubrick said, wrote your own dialogue. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Yeah. The only guy ever.
All right.
All right, what do you got next?
God, The Frighteners is so good. I actually just, like, somebody asked, like, I have a kid who's starting to get into horror. He's like 11 years old. What's a movie that I can do next? And that was my suggestion, was Frighteners.
Oh, that's a great suggestion. Because it is. I mean, it's still pretty dark. Like there's some.
It's still pretty dark. There's a lot of intense stuff, but
there.
it's also, it keeps it pretty light.
Yeah.
Next I have Spider Baby, or the Maddest Story Ever Told. Which is it's a black and white. I really should have more information on the movies themselves here. It's a story of a family of lunatics, trying to a caretaker is trying to essentially get them to move out of their house. It's weird. Hang on a second. Whoop. There it goes. Spider Baby, or the Maddest Story Ever Told. Starring Lon Chaney Jr. And Lon Chaney Jr. plays the straight man.
Oh, no.
That is very important. It's got a bunch of cool people in it. Sid Haig, a young Sid Haig. I believe this was Sid Haig's first film role.
Oh, wow.
He plays like the mute brother, because the plot is that this family has a genetic deformity, or genetic imbalance that causes them to go insane as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this family of people. They've got the parents just sort of like in the basement, and they go insane and turn cannibalistic as they get older. So we got the parents in the basement that they just sort of like shove victims down a shaft. And you've got two sisters, one of whom is obsessed with insects and is always trying to capture people in her web.
Is she the spider baby?
Yes, it's
you know,
weird.
this is one of those movies that I've always known of. That, like, you know, you hear like Rob Zombie talking about how great it is and stuff, but I never saw it. I know for a fact it isn't on one of those compilations though, so I will now watch it.
It is really good. It is really fun. For a movie of that era, it moves really quickly in terms of plot progression. It's nice, and you get to see it does a lot with just actors acting weird in the scene, as opposed to trying to go for, you know, like atmospheric kind of stuff. It's a good movie. Spider Baby, or the maddest story ever told. It's wacky.
Check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So my next one is The Gate.
What? So this film, the story of a young boy who accidentally discovers the doorway to hell in his backyard.
Yes. And it's the young boy is Stephen Dorff.
It's Stephen Dorff. I rented this movie from the video store.
Yeah, me too.
3 times as a child.
Yeah.
I never saw the ending of it until like a couple years ago.
Really?
We never made it. We got so scared.
Yeah.
We would turn it off before the ending. We couldn't
scared
watch
the living shit out of me as a kid. Like the eye and the hand and
it's so
the little
freaky.
stop motion critters
Like
coming under the doors
goblin
and stuff.
monsters,
The
demon
floor
things.
thing up and the house was so 80s. The house it's set in is very clean lines, white.
Yes.
You know, the big open entryway that they could do that big finale in, where the floor was open and they're on the second floor. But the idea, again, as a kid, that you could just accidentally knock a hole all the way to hell and let demons out.
And oh god, even like little things like they do at the sisters like slumber party, they do light as a feather, stiff as a board, and it goes very wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's just freaky. It's a lot of little freaky stuff. And it's again kids dealing with stuff on their own.
Again, yes. Like I said, I keep seeing this in my my list.
Is one that is dear to my heart.
Yeah, and I watched it again recently within the last couple of years, and I felt like it still held up. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Stephen Dorff was a good child actor.
Yeah,
He's a good actor, but he does a good job. So my next one, okay, this was the one that was kind of big because I just put Tales from the Crypt, but I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to say Demon Knight, the film specifically. Demon Knight. I've read a lot about Tales from the Crypt and its history and what makes a quintessential Tales from the Crypt story. Demon Knight has these elements to it that are just all over the place. Like it's supernatural weirdness. There's a slightly sexy angle in there. It's characters reaping the results of their own actions all over the goddamn place. The wicked are punished severely. You know what I mean? Like it's fun.
Yeah, it's Billy Zane in a duster and a cowboy hat.
Billy Zane as the demon is so much fun.
God, he really is.
He's so silly and he's so weird. And the demons that he summons look like the Crypt Keeper, but they're mobile. I just love it so much. It's really good.
It is really good.
Really, really good.
That, you know what? I need to put that on my list for this year, actually. I haven't seen it in too long. I have it on DVD, I think.
I just have a double feature of that and Bordello of Blood.
I might have the same thing, yeah.
Yeah. There's also, it's worth seeking out. There was a double feature of the 1960s Tales from the Crypt film, which was British produced.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think 4 or 5 stories from the first year or so of the EC comic, but live action.
Okay.
The first film is really good. The second one is okay, but the first film is really good. There's a couple of stories in there that are true standouts. Some that you'll certainly recognize from the HBO series.
Yeah, which I have. I have the complete HBO series too that I got like for Christmas a couple years ago, but never dove into. I want to watch it, beginning to end.
End to end, yes. But anyway, yeah, so Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. We'll go with that one.
That's a great choice. You know what? I'm gonna go to my no, I'll go to this one. Little Shop of Horrors, 86.
Ah, God, yes.
Yeah, Rick Moranis, Steve Martin.
The tale of a hapless loser who finds a plant.
Yes. And you know,
Killer plant.
again, and you know, it's a remake too.
Yes.
It's a remake of Roger Corman where Jack
Which is-
Nicholson was the patient,
Which-
the masochistic patient.
Roger Corman's the original was actually a remake of Bucket of Blood.
Really?
Where it's instead of an artist making artwork, it was a guy growing a plant. But
Okay.
Roger Corman famously said it's the exact same plot, some of the exact same sets.
Well, yeah, because they had like 2 weeks.
Right.
It was made,
It's made as a
because
challenge.
it was like, hey, we got these sets, we're tearing them down in 2 weeks. You can use them for free if you can do it in 2 weeks. He was like, got it.
You cannot say those words to Roger Corman, baby. He'll make it
Yeah.
happen.
But in the 80s, then Frank Oz remakes it as a musical with, you know, Rick Moranis. Steve Martin as the dentist is brilliant. Bill Murray in the Jack Nicholson role as the masochistic patient is amazing. Audrey, I feel so bad that I don't. Ellen Green.
Yes.
Ellen Green played Audrey. She was the only carryover. Okay, so I should go back a little. It was a Broadway musical
Okay.
based on the Roger Corman movie that
Right.
Frank Oz
Adapted
made into the movie.
the film version.
The movie. And Ellen Green is the only person from the Broadway production that is in the movie. And she
Oh, you
played
can-
Audrey on
You
Broadway.
can tell, dude. Her voice is
Oh, she's
amazing.
incredible.
She's so good at it.
Yeah. And you get the Greek chorus, the three girls singing all the transitions.
Yeah, it's like the 50s like shoebop girls.
Yeah, and I mean,
Which is fun.
oh, what is the guy's again? The dude was one of the four tops that did the voice of Audrey too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now, but anyway, it's fantastic. The puppet work is amazing. The alternate
Yes.
ending, have you ever seen it, where the plant actually destroys the town like a kaiju? That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's Levi Stubbs.
Levi Stubbs, thank you.
Levi Stubbs. Yeah, it's very good. I can tell you the original Corman ending is the plant flowers, and each of the flowers has at its center a face of one of the people that Audrey consumed.
Oh,
And it happens in front of the press, so everybody knows. And the last flower that pops open is Seymour,
I see.
because the plant ate him too. So it's a little less dramatic, essentially, than either
It's
of
darker.
the filmed endings. Yeah, but it's more or less just a guy murdering people with a plant. So yeah,
Okay.
different. I do think that the musical version is my favorite version of that story. A lot of people didn't feel that way when it came out.
I don't know why. Like it was
Apparently I don't know.
so much fun, and several of those songs are on most of my Halloween playlists too. You know,
They're
Mean
good.
Green Mother and
Oh, yes,
Feed Me.
another alien invasion film.
Actually, yeah.
Cool. All right. Next, I've got Phantasm, and I don't want to say Phantasm series, so I'll say Phantasm 2.
Okay.
The Phantasm series, though, is marked by
Yeah, they all run together for me. It's all one big ass. Phantasm should have happened in the age of binge watching on Netflix, so that we could just
Yes.
get it all
they
in hours worth.
they all have this weird kind of dreamlike surrealism to
Yeah.
them. It's all, and it's like weird for the sake of being weird. And I
Mhm.
think that prevents, to a certain degree, feeling a certain level of emotional involvement, because it's just like so strange that it's like looking at a bizarre scene.
Yeah, well,
and-
it's kind of an unreliable narrator effect where
Right.
you don't know whether the ground you're standing on is stable at any
True.
point in those movies.
Very true. Very true. But yeah, it's quality. I mean, like the first film, the story of a young boy who discovers an extra dimensional invasion in the form of a local undertaker.
Yeah.
Stealing
all-
bodies to convert into slaves on another planet.
Yeah.
Or another world, or whatever you want to call it, and attacking people using mysterious balls. The silver spheres with the springs there, or the screws that pop out, the blades that pop out, have become distinctive and iconic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
So what year was the first Phantasm? Was it 70s?
I don't think so. No, 79.
Okay.
Phantasm 2 wasn't until 88, 9 years later.
But then Evil Dead was what, 80?
I want to say yes. At least that's when it was released. You know. I mean,
Okay. I
think
I just now was thinking, you know, Reggie Bannister is sort of this.
81 for Evil Dead.
Okay, so like Reggie Bannister is this sort of everyman demon fighting
Sure.
hero, and I feel like you get his DNA in Ash, but also in like the Winchesters and Supernatural, like
Yeah.
the this is my life now. I'm gonna get in my badass car and go kill shit. You know,
Yeah.
like
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Phantasm 2, we'll say. Yes.
Okay.
What you
I
got
haven't
next?
seen Ravager. I know that's the latest one before Angus Scrimm died.
I haven't seen anything past 2. I own all of them. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway,
Phantasm.
so I'm gonna jump to my honorable mention list because my next one is another one we've already like done a whole podcast on.
Okay.
And then it was Pumpkinhead. I told you that it was one of my favorite Halloween
Yes.
movies.
Yes.
But we spent a whole episode on it. So I'm gonna just go to Drag Me to Hell, the Sam Raimi Drag Me to Hell.
Great movie.
So
Great
much fun.
movie.
And
Sam
it was-
Raimi's return to horror.
Yeah, it was really cool to see after he went and did, you know, Spider-Man and everything. Just a really fun, you know, cursed by a gypsy, demonic horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's very Sam Raimi, especially like the sort of seance exorcism scene with the goat.
Yes.
Like that's like Evil Dead camera angles, Evil Dead puppet work with the goat. Like
yes,
just
absolutely.
deep Raimi, and I love
Oh,
it.
it's great stuff.
And it's not a
great
happy
stuff.
ending either.
Nope.
And
Spoiler alert, Drag Me to Hell lives up to its title.
it does. And the
Um,
scene where that old bitch just pukes goo into her face.
oh,
Horrifying. That's so bad.
so great. Also, the movie is an allegory for a girl starving herself for an eating disorder. It's very weird.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you never heard that? Yeah, it's like an underground allegory. There's hints earlier in the film, small hints that she was like
Oh,
an
yeah, that
overweight
she's
child, obese
bulimic.
child. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
do
that's-
kind of remember that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting like kind of extra way to view the film.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. See, now
Yeah,
I got
Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell.
All
All right.
right.
What do you got?
Warlock 2.
Okay. Is this your last one? Are we on?
This is the last one. I have a couple of honorable mentions that I'll run through at the end, but
Okay. Well, I got one more to throw in, and
Okay.
and one more honorable mention because you know I'm replacing Pumpkinhead and
sure.
I cut out Killer Clowns. Anyway, go ahead.
Warlock 2.
Okay.
The first Warlock is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Warlock 2 is like 90s cheesiness to it. There's this whole like, we got to get the stones aspect to it because there's like 7 mystical stones that the Warlock has to collect for reasons to bring about the apocalypse.
Right for the plot. For the
It's
plot.
for
to
the
happen.
plot. There's teenagers who have to become spiritual warriors to defeat him, which involves them having sex. It's weird. It's a weird one. But mostly you get the whole thing with the teenagers is superfluous. The whole thing is Julian Sands as the warlock going to these people who possess these stones and like wishmastering them, like giving them twisting their wants and desires in some kind of a way so that they will give him the stone.
Yeah.
And tricking them into giving them to him. It's so much fun. I just love it to pieces. I love Julian Sands as Warlock. He's great. He's
He's
threatening.
incredible.
He's a great actor. He's not showing his full range in Warlock because he just gets to be this threatening force that's like
Yeah.
nigh invulnerable
Yeah, but
at times.
clearly having a blast.
And he's cruel and impassive
Yeah.
and enjoys inflicting pain and suffering.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing that they never crossed that over with Wishmaster. Given that they were both low budget, it was the 90s, it would have been
Well-
candy on the video store shelf. We
Well-
all would have rented Wishmaster versus
Warlock. Warlock 3, Julian Sands didn't come back for because he felt the script wasn't good enough.
Oh,
So you're already dealing with a problem there.
yeah.
Wishmaster series is fun, but it never gained like a lot of traction, I feel like. Yeah. And speaking of meeting your heroes, I met Julian Sands before his unfortunate passing a few years ago. I met him at a convention. It was awesome. He was super nice. Of course, I don't know if how many horror conventions you've been to. Bring an attractive girl, because that is the one that people will pay attention to because it is a horror convention. And
Got it.
Julian Sands was no true exception. We went up to me and my wife went up to his table, asked for autographs. He signed one for me and was just sort of like, here you go. And then he went to sign one for my wife and said, I think that needs a few kisses on it, don't you? And drew little X's all over the photo. And I was like, God damn, that's awesome.
Oh,
That was Julian Sands, baby. He was the man.
pretty great. Julian, the warlock flirted
The
with your
Warlock.
wife at a horror
Yes.
convention. That's pretty great.
It was pretty amazing. But that's my 10. I've got a couple honorable mentions, but please name whatever you want to name right now.
Well, I'm going back to the same well. Attack the Block.
Yes. Super fun.
Yeah, kids fighting alien. The aliens look amazing like that because they're like so black that they're like a hole in the fucking world.
Right.
With
But
the
their
glowing
eyes and
eyes,
teeth glow in the dark.
teeth. Yeah, it's just a blast. That whole movie.
John Boyega's debut film from Star Wars.
Yeah, and his character is amazing. He's just like
Yeah.
such an unlikely leader
Mhm.
in this terrible situation. People older than him all around him, and he's still the one that's like leading the charge.
We should note, an alien invasion film, alien, I believe they call them gorilla wolves at one point,
Yes.
invade the worst possible block in
Yeah,
London.
It's the ghetto of London.
Yes.
It's
And
projects.
so it's the gangs versus
Yeah.
the youth of the youth of London
But it
versus
starts
aliens.
with these like wannabe tough guy punk kids, and John Boyega is one of them, finding like one of the small ones injured and then beating it to death and carrying its body into the building.
Right.
And then the adults come because they can smell the dead child and they're coming looking for it. So you do kind of sympathize with the aliens.
Right. Were they really invading, or was this just a mission that went wrong? Also, the aliens are very bestial. There's no real indication of them being intelligent.
Yeah.
So what exactly, if it's an invasion or if it's just like the Day of the Triffids, like these things are just
Drifting
floating
through the universe.
Yeah.
Or are they the advance party? They've been sent down to clear us
Right.
out.
Are they the shock troops?
Yeah. Anyway, they're terrifying, and it's a really, really fun movie.
It is.
So
Oh,
that
that's
would
good
be
stuff.
that. My only other honorable mention would be what I said I wasn't going to put on the list was The Crow, because it's too close to Halloween. But it is a Halloween staple for me, just like aesthetically. It's just
Sure.
I love the way it looks. I love
No,
What do you
that's
got?
fine.
That's all I got for honorable mention now, because I used Attack the Block and Drag Me to Hell to fill holes in my list.
I only have a couple things. I would say kaiju movies are always big for me because they have that kind of fun element to it.
yeah.
Specifically, I really love Godzilla versus Monster Zero.
Mhm.
It's one of the 60s era Godzilla movies. I also really love the Millennium series. Godzilla Millennium is really good. I love Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla in that series, or Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, because the redesign of Mechagodzilla is fucking rad.
Yeah.
So I'll say that, and then I will say, I mean, I know this is broad, but pretty much any like Asylum creature feature, like anything that has the word sharks in the title, I am down to watch.
No,
Maybe not sober, but I'm gonna watch it.
to be fair, you watched, what was it, Moon Sharks recently?
To be even more fair, I watched that without sound.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's Shark Side of the Moon,
Sharks of the Moon.
which is an incredible title. It is such a good title.
Such a bad movie.
And you're a stronger person than me, because you watched it and then I was like, well, I gotta try. And I got like 30 minutes in, I just couldn't do
the
it.
sharks don't speak English; they only speak Russian. You can live on the moon as long as you keep warm.
Yeah.
They don't even address that there's no atmosphere.
Nope, they're just walking around. Oh, and the zero G like running.
They're just running slow. It's so stupid.
Oh, it's a terrible movie.
Oh my
But-
god, it's so bad. But yeah, I've seen a lot of those kinds of ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So, yeah.
Asylum. I still eventually want to do the good mockbusters, because I
Yeah.
want to cover Carnosaur, obviously. But you know, we've talked a bunch. In fact, you turned me on to it. Paranormal Entity.
Entity, yes, really
Yeah,
good.
it's really good. It's like
Um,
it's a proper found footage, scary ass
Yeah,
like ghost movie, and
I would even go as far as to say that it accomplishes its goals in that respect better than Paranormal Activity did, because it's kind of not restricting anything. Paranormal Activity
not.
feels like, okay, we only have so much we can show, so let's just really save it.
Yeah.
Paranormal Entity just goes balls wet nasty.
Well, they do. They don't
right
make
from
you
the
wait
start.
for it.
Yeah,
It just goes. And I
Yeah.
liked it. I need
But
to
yeah,
watch that again.
so-
But I you know what? I
creature features. Oh God.
just now that I'm hooked in this loop of alien invasions and kids in trouble, another good honorable mention that has a nice like Halloween vibe, I think, is Super 8.
See, I have not seen Super 8.
It's really good.
I
J.J.
keep looking
Abrams
to.
directed
Yeah.
it, and this train derails, and it's got government. It's shipping something secret for the government, and what it is
Right.
like this big alien thing that starts stealing the engines out of cars and shit. Like the town, all this mysterious shit is happening in town. But these kids are filming their own little horror movie on a Super 8
Oh.
camera
That's cool.
at this train station at night. And it's so funny because like they're doing their little scene and it's really cool because like the girl is really good at acting and they didn't expect that. And then
Oh,
the
okay.
train's coming and the kid's like, production value. And they want to get the train, but then the train, like a pickup truck, drives down and gets in front of it and like
Oh, geez.
stops in front of it and wrecks and the train derails. This spectacular train crash. But
Okay.
it's the 70s. It's
Oh, okay.
small-ish town, kids riding their bikes around in day. It's very Stranger Things vibes,
For sure.
So that would
That's
be my
cool.
last honorable mention.
Awesome.
Um,
All right.
but yeah,
so
yeah,
those are our lists.
those were our lists.
Those are our lists. It's great
we
lists.
need to send each other our lists and then compile it into one big list
I think that's a good idea.
and keep it for posterity.
Yes. So now, our last episode we started this new feature, Sequelitis.
Yes.
So we decided that for the rest of this episode, we're going to go run through every other movie that we've covered
Yeah,
and do Sequelitis for those.
yeah. This is
um,
episode 10, by the way. 10 episodes.
Hey,
Yeah,
10.
I think it's cool.
Double digits.
I think I read that most podcasts don't make it to 11. I'm not worried about that. I just like I like the 10. It's nice.
It is. It is very nice. And I mean, Chris, this is we just put microphones in front of ourselves.
I know.
Like, this would be happening no matter, even if there was no podcast, we would still be
This
having
is
these conversations.
honestly just a better way for us to tell our wives that we're going to go run our mouths about horror movies.
So
Like
true.
there's a legitimate product at the end now. And, all right, so the sequelitis. I wrote down sequelizer.
Well, spell check doesn't like the word sequelitis, apparently.
Doesn't
I
like
think
the
it should
word
be in the Oxford English
sequelizer
Dictionary.
either. Okay,
All right, so
let's start from number 1, and I'm going to let you run because I already told you, like, I love everything Evil Dead. I love it all.
I did too.
I love every single thing. I love Army of Darkness. Some
Sure.
people don't like Army of Darkness. I don't understand it. It's so much fun. I loved every single episode of
Ash versus Evil Dead,
Ash
yes.
versus Evil Dead, and I love both of the more recent ones that
The-
are remakes,
the
slash in universe
requels-ish.
sequels, prequels,
Yes.
whatever. So I've got no notes, man. I got nothing for Evil
Okay.
Dead, but you said you did.
I did. Because my whole thing is like, okay, let's look at this perspective of that movie came out. Let's assume none of the sequels came out. Which is insane. But then somebody today
It
came to
hurt
you
a
and
little
said,
right here when you
right?
said it.
Somebody came to you today and said, we want to do a sequel to Evil Dead. So my idea is, okay, so we would have a group of, a new group, that's important, stupid
Okay.
young people, maybe a family, to be different, parents and kids, whatever. They show up at the cabin. So we will get like weird small stuff might happen just to indicate there's some kind of supernatural thing. Really what it is we'll get to what it is. But weird stuff to make it feel uncomfortable and haunted and keep the mood spooky. Signs of the previous happenings, stuff that in retrospect would be the spirits of those who died there trying to scare off or warn them, essentially.
Yes.
Then they encounter crazy local Ash, the old man who lives in the woods. And he's been insane. And he's been living in the woods the whole time since the end of the first one.
Like standing guard?
No.
Or just like
that's even
lost his
better.
shit and
He's been
that's-
fluctuating between possessed and normal. And he directs them to what's in the basement, which has been like covered over and everything. And once he directs them to the basement and like the tape gets played or Ash reads or says the words or whatever, the world goes crazy. And because we want to have different stuff happen this time, the family, well, we'll just call them the family, flees the cabin. They go out of the woods and they get spooked out in the woods and stuff. So we do some crazy surreal stuff as they're tortured and killed and stuff by the spirits of the woods, and eventually the heroes are we're whittled down to the heroes, and they make it to Ash's ramshackle home in the forest, revealing to these new characters that Ash went through what Ash went through in the first movie, as well as how he's been living in the woods, driven insane by the evil spirits of nature, and recreating the Book of the Dead by killing people. Because it's made of human skin and bound in human flesh and inked in human blood. And so he's been remaking the book so that he can reopen the portal to the to really let the evil out. Because the unstated goal in the first film, without anything else as reference, is that this evil that's unleashed will eventually spread and take over the entire world.
Right.
That's how I read it. Or that's how this film version would read it. So with the last couple of folks who are survivors, he will have enough material to finally finish the book. And the spirits have promised to let him go if he does. So that's what he's been working towards. So the heroes will have to stop him, kill him, try to destroy the book, but the Ash will have summoned a portal to swallow them up or whatever, and they're essentially going to have to knock Ash and the book through the portal, and that will seal the portal. But then that leaves room for future sequels where Dark Hell Priest Ash and the unfinished book can come back again.
I like it. I like it a lot. That would be fun. Also, you came up with like a whole plot and storyline. I did not bring that kind of game.
No, I mean, one or two of these I didn't do as good of a job, but like once I get rolling.
Yeah, I came up with more, I think, for the Void than for anything else. But yeah, so I didn't have, like I said, I honestly just drew a complete blank. I like all of that, though. Yeah, I like it.
That's fun.
So,
okay. Abigail?
Yes. So for Abigail, what I would want to see, it was Valdez, right? The
Lazar,
mysterious assassin.
Valdez was Abigail.
Yes.
And Lazar is the dad.
Yes. I want, if there's a sequel, to get some wild Valdez action, but I'd like to see more of what we already know about their relationship, like Lazar and Abigail, Dracula and Abigail.
Right.
So I want a sense of a father-daughter bond, but obviously there's distance and strain, but maybe somehow he gets kidnapped. But it's not a plan, it's not a plot, it's not for fun. He actually gets snatched by like a crime family.
Okay.
And somehow they're holding him. Like they figured out what he is.
Sure.
And they've got him. And she basically tiny evil ballerina John Wicks through all of them until she sets him free. And then the two of them just fucking unleash and rampage. Like,
cool.
Like, I want to see her and him just like vampiring the shit out of just armies of thugs.
Sure.
Straight up John Wick style, but no guns, all teeth and claws.
Yes.
Just visceral, ripping people apart. That's what I want from the sequel.
That's fantastic. Okay.
And her is the boogeyman. Her is the boogeyman
Yes.
coming in the dark to like...
Striking from the shadows.
Yeah, like that first scene.
That would be the distinction between them, is that she's more of like ninja Batman type, striking from the shadows, where he'll walk right up to you.
Yeah, he comes straight into the middle of the room, everybody shits their pants, and then he kills them.
Yes. Yeah,
so that's what I got for Abigail.
I think it's one of the great disservices of the first one. We don't actually get to see him in action because he's such a threatening presence.
Yeah, and so I want that paid off if there's a sequel.
Sure. Okay, so strap in. Here's the pitch.
All right.
Abigail 2. So we've had crime vampires. Where do we go from there? We open on a heist. A super smooth team, practically ninjas, taking out both human and electronic defenses, working their way with impossible speed and precision into a facility. And when they finally crack open the vault, nothing inside. What the fuck? Lights turn on. It was all a setup to catch these criminals who get dropped fast until the last guy pulls off his mask and pops fangs. And that clap, they were vampires all along. Lazar's men. All the criminals, the ninja criminals spring up and go after the attackers, but they get dropped again, even faster, because it turns out these guys knew they were vampires, and they aren't cops or the government, they're vampire hunters. Abigail finds Joey again, and Joey is shocked because she hasn't seen Abigail since, and has reunited with her son, is living a good honest life. Hand wave away Abigail's aging. Like, oh, I can change a lot of things about me now once I got the hang of it. You know, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. She's older now. Doesn't matter. And we get to the meat and potatoes. Czar has discovered where the leader of these vampire hunters is and wants to build a team. It's going to be a mix of vampires and humans, so they're prepared for anything. And if with humans, because they're going to be prepared for vampires, they're going to be expecting vampires. Humans will be an angle that they aren't expecting.
Right.
And Joey is one of the few who survived Abigail's wrath, so she's an asset. So Joey hems and haws about it, but hey, we all know she's going to she compromises her morals for enough money, so she's in.
Yeah. Or Lazar threatens her kid. He doesn't have the bond that she has with Abigail.
Right. Like that's the implicit thing is like you're going to do it.
Yeah, or I'm going to eat your child.
Here's the plot twist. You ready for this? Once they get to the place where the leader is, they try to kill him, only to find out, plot twist, the entire building is a whole nother trap just to catch Abigail. And the guy, the central leader guy, he's a werewolf, out to settle centuries-old vendetta against any bloodsuckers.
And it turns out this is Underworld Part 17.
Well, you know, like you get the replication of the first one, like you're trapped in this location with this single killer.
But now Abigail's the one that's trapped.
Right.
I like it.
That's my Abigail 2 pitch.
That's
I figured
good.
you had to do another monster. You had to do something weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep adding monsters is always a good way to go.
Yeah. Third one's gonna have the mummy. Anyway, I believe the next one I have on my list is Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a very short, just like elevator pitch for it.
Go for it.
An obsessed former student of Dr. Weir back on Earth who wants to know what really happened.
Right.
Basically goes back to Weir's original work, building the black hole.
The black hole.
Yeah. And ends up pretty much recreating it, and the whole section of whatever college campus he's working on gets sucked entirely into the hell dimension with everybody in the building inside.
So we get to see hell.
The next
from
one
the
would
other
be
angle.
in the hell dimension, and all of the
okay.
people that get trapped in it trying to deal with and hopefully escape from.
Right.
As they go insane and start mutilating themselves and having
as
weird,
hell affects them. Yeah.
Weird blood orgies.
That's awesome. Okay. All right. A century after the events of the first film, humanity was on the verge of perfecting a true FTL engine. And only this time they're using spatial distortion, aka warp drive, but we're not calling it that because copyrights.
Right.
So they test it by traveling to Earth's closest neighbors, Alpha Centauri, like you do. The ship engages its distortion drive, and the characters have small, surreal, hallucinatory moments, memories that have been twisted to reveal deep guilt and fears, like a lot of the hallucinations in the first movie.
Right.
They make it to Alpha Centauri, largely thanks to their AI, which is, because it's not biological, is unaffected by the psychological effects of distorting space and time.
All right.
Which that's what they just chalk it up to, like hallucinations from distorted space-time. Like it has to fuck you up, right?
Right.
Once they get there, they find a strangely habitable planet that has never been sensed before. And due to some techno mumbo jumbo, sensors showed to be teeming with life, but in a weird, non-localized way, like the Event Horizon was in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the sun suddenly threatens to unleash a sudden geomagnetic storm that could destroy the ship, the captain makes a controversial decision not to return to Earth immediately, which would be the assumed action, but to land on the planet and let the planet's magnetosphere shield them. Landing on the planet, they take minor damage, and they scan for metals that could be used to effect repairs on the planet. And that's when they find a huge deposit of metal. They go there. It's the remains of the Event Horizon's engine.
Oh, okay.
It crash landed there 100 years ago when they engaged the FTL drive in the first one.
And it ate
Even more
itself.
surprising is on it they find the insane for 100 years of torture, Captain Miller.
Oh.
He reveals that the Event Horizon made the same trip they just did to Alpha Centauri when it first launched, but trying to get back to Earth opened a doorway through which the planet they're standing on slipped through. So the whole planet is from hell.
Okay.
And
Nice.
it's a true piece of the landscape of hell in our world. Then shit goes crazy. It turns out that the space distortion drive is actually powered by another mini black hole. So it's using it in a different way, but it's still using a black hole. That's why the ship has the same curse that the Event Horizon had, and it causes it. It caused the geomagnetic storm because the ship was trying to get back to Earth.
Oh, okay.
Because that's all Event Horizon was trying to do in the first one.
Yeah.
It's because it wants souls to consume. And I have a quote in here: "Hell is an engine, and its fuel is human souls."
Ooh.
So then, we would deal with that at the end.
Yeah. I mean, that's on the poster, man.
Yeah. I thought that was, yeah.
That is cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Up next, we had The Void.
The Void.
So for that, I was too lazy to look up the character's name, so I'm just going to say Knives Chow.
Okay. There's Kim.
Nurse Kim. She's still having nightmares that she chalks up to the trauma.
Sure.
But her nightmares are including that other world and the Black Pyramid.
Sure.
And things that she didn't see.
Yeah.
She just thinks that it's part of it, though.
The evil nebula.
Yeah.
Daniel's dad.
But she feels like the dreams are more than yeah, Daniel's dad would know what to do with these dreams. But Knives Chow doesn't, because she's the worst nursing student ever.
She's the worst student.
I think also she's given up nursing. She's like working at Walmart now.
I should hope so after the disaster of the first one.
But she does feel like her dreams are more than just PTSD and that it's tied somehow to the stuff that happened.
Sure.
And she starts investigating, and the nightmares spill over. She starts hallucinating during her waking life, seeing people, mutilated monsters, the cult members in their robes and things.
Sure.
She ends up, through investigation and partly because she's drawn maybe supernaturally, to the building that Dr. Powell, who was the main evil
big
guy,
bad of the first one, yeah.
Yeah. The building that he lived in, which is a very nice apartment building. She goes inside and it seems abandoned, but she follows noises, like weird things through the building, hallucinations, whatever, and she ends up in the penthouse where the cult members in the robes with the black triangles are all there with the monsters that weren't inside when the walls collapsed.
When the world
thing
collapsed,
closed.
yeah.
And they're somehow using them to try to reopen portal to the other
portal.
place.
Awesome.
And then you get, again, we're inside a big structure that you could use to run around and have all sorts of horrible things happen in.
Mm-hmm.
She could have a friend come with her. She could have a group of people come with her. And
it doesn't have to be, because we don't have to know the history of the building, so we can do any weird shit. Like the first one, we had to be like, oh, well, this part of the building burnt down and we did this and all this. We don't have to. We can do anything we want. They can walk into like a ballroom or an operating theater. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Any area that you want to have in this building could be there.
Yeah.
The whole first floor could be a Starbucks. You don't.
Very Poltergeist 3.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it. I have a short elevator pitch for it. I'd like to see something as purposely different from the first one as possible. And then I wrote an elevator pitch that's almost exactly the same. I would like a prequel about Daniel's father coming up against, I swear to God, a different dark god-like entity. Like something that it would have been traumatizing and insane, so that he would have felt like he couldn't tell anybody about it.
Right.
So we would get him, and this creature would be more, just like a different kind of effect. I fall back on, God damn it, there's a GameCube video game, horror game. It's like the only horror game that it was on GameCube. It's super well loved, and I'm completely blanking on the title.
I never had a GameCube.
Poop stains. Hang on, I will get there.
I'd like almost bigger.
Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. So in Eternal Darkness and His Requiem, there's a whole Lovecraftian cosmology, but there was the central thing was that there's 3 gods, and one was of mind, magic, and flesh. So my impression is that the god in the first one was the god of magic, and this one would be the god of flesh. So very crab-like.
I thought you were going to say the first one was the god of flesh because...
Well, whatever. The next one could be the god of mind, and it could be madness or whatever.
Well, just because he had all those things that he wouldn't let die that were trying to kill him. It was
that's true. I suppose that's true.
It was very meaty.
Yes.
It's a very fleshy violence.
As long as it was just different in some kind of a way, but then the end of it would be like in such a way that's like things are wrapped up, but I can't really tell anybody about this.
Yeah.
And Mitchell, the Officer Mitchell, State Trooper Mitchell from the first one.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He would show up, and he would have been involved before the supernatural stuff kicked off, so that we would have that level of continuity there, just to show that he knew Daniel's dad when he was a cop. But that's all I have. I don't have anything.
No, I like that.
Grander than that.
I think after The Void, we did Behind the Mask.
Behind the Mask.
So what I have for that is obviously Leslie's back.
Yes.
And maybe like we said before, he goes and kills the final girl because that's how you start the next movie. And explains to her as charmingly as possible that this is just the next
what's
part.
happened. Yeah.
But I see it as another mix of real movie and kind of documentary-ish, but he's documenting himself now. It's now the age of smartphones and YouTube.
Sure. Yeah.
So he's recording himself and talking to the camera, and
that's fun.
You still need Gene and some other people because you really need him interacting with other people.
You need somebody for him to play off of to show
Yeah. So that would have to be worked out, but I think that him basically producing it himself and sort of taunting law enforcement, I don't know, he's putting it on the dark web, he is doing something. He is putting it out in the world in a way. And then the real movie part of it would partially cover him, but would also be the law enforcement trying to unsuccessfully trying to like run him down, but he is just, road runnering their fucking coyote.
Yeah. Absolutely. He knows everything that they're going to do before they're going to do it.
Yeah. And in this case, he is building his own Ahab in the cop that's coming after him.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's insuring his Ahab.
Right. That's interesting. So what I had for that, it's very loose. I'd like to see a different subgenre taken on, but I'm not sure what would functionally be different enough from the first film. And I thought maybe straight supernatural horror, a la Poltergeist, The Gate, or Pumpkinhead, where we can talk about how the monster represents our negative urges, and we defeat them by using knowledge being symbolic of reason winning out over emotion.
So is it a real monster, or is it somebody?
It's still Leslie Vernon.
Okay, so Leslie Vernon
now he's creating the illusion of a monster or something, so that we can talk about what those movies represent.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like moving into a new genre for it.
Yeah, that's because I think pretty thoroughly explored it in the first one. So next is Suspiria.
Yes. So I don't have to keep going first,
I can go first.
All right, you go first on Suspiria.
First, I have different titles. So Suspiria means sighs in like Italian and Latin. So I was running with that. Like real sigh is suspirabo, sighing is suspirans. They sigh is suspirant, and we sigh is suspiramus.
Okay.
So any one of those I think would work. Follow me on this one. An investigator is sent to a convent in northern Italy that is nominating its recently departed Mother Superior for sainthood. So he's sent there to investigate the sainthoodness.
Okay.
But when he arrives, he finds that the convent admin staff are like directly opposing him in this, denying any kind of miraculous whatever, even in the face of provable, huge, multiple miracles.
Yeah.
And he's confused. So in his confusion, he tries to figure out who contacted the church in the convent's name. Why are they conspiring to hide what is clearly such a positive thing?
Yeah.
What we eventually find out was that the dead nun was, in fact, Susie from the first movie.
Oh.
After she killed the mother of sighs, she inherited the title unbeknownst to her, because she's the one who used the
okay.
knife, right? And she began to exhibit magical powers, whether she wanted to or not. Because she knew the powers were dark, she threw herself into religious devotion to try to avoid her title as a queen witch. But the powers exhibited themselves anyway, causing miracles. The senior nuns at the convent were forced to elevate her. Excuse me. Oh, God. Were forced to elevate her to Mother Superior, but they knew the truth, so they tried to cover it up as much as possible.
Oh.
And it turns out that other witches seeking out a queen were drawn to Susie. They're the ones who reported her status to the church and tried to, in an effort to try to seek out her and her replacement. In the climax, the forces of good and evil come together in the catacomb tomb of Susie, who, while her body died of old age, her spirit was trapped within because she wasn't murdered by anybody else. Nobody claimed the title of Mother of Sighs. So she's still alive in a rotting body.
Okay.
The investigator, who became a woman at this point, the investigator must kill Susie. Excuse me. Oh, God damn it. All right. The investigator must kill Susie to end her curse and stop the growing coven who is being drawn to the spirit of their mother. As the spirit of the Mother of Sighs is starting to take over the flesh. But in a twist ending, we reveal that the investigator just ended up taking the title herself and leads us to question whether or not she will embrace it or not.
Ooh, I like it. See, my idea...
Again, this is the whole idea of, like, we're making the sequel now, so we have to kind of deal with the time passage.
My sequel is set in the 80s.
Okay.
And it's at an art school in the U.S., not like AIP, like a real art school. Like a prestigious art school.
Like the medical school in Flatliners.
Yes.
A museum with a lot of weird neon lighting.
Yeah. But anyway, it's the school itself would be in stark contrast to the like garish, bright, plasticky, like geometric aesthetic of the 80s.
Okay.
Because it would all be very classical and very like it's
Sure.
like a safe space from that storm for people that value,
It's like a Renaissance art school dropped
Kind of,
into the 80s. Yeah.
And one of the instructors is a witch, and this movie would be about her building her coven, and she's basically grooming her students. And it's once again, it's in an artistic setting, and the vibe would be that, dance school, art school, if you're in a creative kind of way that you're probably more inclined to the magical, and she's going to like hand pick these kids for her inner circle and build them into something, and anybody that kind of gets suspicious or starts to try to get in the way is going to get, murdered supernaturally. So it would really be like the beginning of her like putting in her roots with the end goal being to take over the school and basically end up in a Suspirious situation where she would be in charge of everything.
Kind of a pseudo prequel almost.
Sort of. It would be how this could happen somewhere else.
This sort of thing would come about. Yeah.
Yeah. But instead of founding the school, she's just
taking it over.
She's getting in there, and then in this insidious sort of progression of
that's fun.
Manipulations and magic taking things over.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love it.
All right.
I love it.
What do we got next? Well, Killer Clowns was next.
I have a very small pitch for Killer Clowns.
Me too, actually, because
a lot of it is just killer clowns doing what killer clowns do.
Yeah.
The scenes of them, like, trying to lure a child outside of the unhappy burger place or terrorizing a group of innocent bikers.
Yeah.
A small clown vehicle crash lands on a farm. A child finds it and nurses the single smallish clown inside back to health. When here comes the full force to get their guy back. Of course, we would have a moment where it feels like the crashed clown. Ooh, I can't believe I wrote that. Is on their side. It's on our side, and then its killer nature takes over, and it's like, oh, we're betrayed. Of course.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Killer
Clown. Mine is even shorter than yours. My first word in all caps is escalation.
Hell yeah.
Because I just see a very direct sequel where that ship didn't make it back home.
Yeah.
So they sent everybody to see what happened. So
So
now
it's Independence Day, but with killer clowns.
or we even just scale up to a major metropolitan area. You know,
Okay,
it could just
sure.
be whatever the biggest city is close to that small town. That's where we're experiencing
Hell yeah.
this story.
Hell
And
yeah.
it'd be, you know, and the real fun would just be coming up with new circus gags
Yeah.
to run through it.
New weird clown creatures.
Yeah, I mean, we've established that their powers don't really have to make sense. It's kind of like the Tick, where if it's fun to watch, he can do it.
Yes.
So you really can go wild with that, but that's really it. All I could think of for a sequel to that would be more, more, and then more on top of more.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I went with the other way when I was like, okay, they took over a whole town pretty much in the first one, so maybe we scale it back and we have a smaller story, and then we can experience the weird interaction with them that way. But I can't deny the appeal of more clown.
Yeah, more clown.
More clown is better.
It is better.
Oh, okay. So
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead. Oh wow, I have a lot for Pumpkinhead.
Do you?
I do. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first with Pumpkinhead.
Go first. With Pumpkinhead.
Okay. So for mine, the like the crops are dying, like shit's going wrong in the holler,
Okay.
right? Like the hills are not in a good way. And basically they all think it's a result of the witch and they're tired of her shit. Like they're tired of locking up their families just because somebody got pissed off and called Pumpkinhead. They're
Right.
tired of all their crops dying. They're tired of all their animals like turning up gutted or whatever is happening.
Mhm.
And so like the community goes and drags her out and lynches her or burns her or whatever. What they
Right.
don't know is that a poor little girl that the town rejected was taken in by the witch and has been learning the ways.
Okay.
And they basically just killed her mama.
Oh
So
no.
she's gonna go get Pumpkinhead
Right.
and unleash him on fucking everybody.
That's awesome. That's
So
great.
That's my
That's your
Pumpkinhead.
okay. Yeah.
And there are sequels. Pumpkinhead has a bunch of sequels that I haven't
I know.
watched.
I have to actually watch them and find out what actually happened.
So if one of them is that story, then I didn't steal it.
No, but I feel like we're safe because I feel like with the way the sequels are presented and stuff, I feel like it's going to be the same plot as the first one, just a lot.
Yeah. Probably.
In that kind of franchisey way. So my need to up the ante on Pumpkinhead, right? So a dorky loner teen who is obsessed with dark magic and ridiculed and scorned for it. Gets a date with the object of his desire, which is the queen bee, head cheerleader, hottest girl in school, whatever. But it turns out all to be an elaborate prank to humiliate him.
Oh.
So in his huge nerd rage, he seeks out Haggis the witch, who of course turns him down because his drive to kill the populars in his school is not a righteous cause.
Right.
And so in his anger, he attacks her and knocks her down, essentially leaves her for dead by the fire, and steals her grimoire because she has one now. And he finds the passages he needs to call Pumpkinhead, and he leaves Haggis to die in her cabin. So when he calls up the demon, but he does the spell wrong. In place of the blood of a lost soul, that's how I assume calling Pumpkinhead works. You have the blood of the person who wants the vengeance and the blood of a lost soul that caused the need for vengeance.
Yeah.
Because that's what we saw in the first one.
Yeah.
Right? He only has blood on him from Haggis when he attacked her. So he squeezes some of that out. And the result is a beast who is infused not only with the dork's vengeance, but with Haggis's dark magics. He then calls upon the beast to take his vengeance on the entire world. He wants to kill the entire world.
Oh.
So when it kills a victim, it then implants some of its essence into it, resurrecting them as an additional Pumpkinhead.
Oh.
So soon he has a small army, about 4 or 5 of them, and he himself has begun to physically change into one. And it's going to have to take the dorky girl who was secretly in love with him the whole time to try to reach the gentle soul she knows is still inside of him. And he likely getting her killed by his hench beasts in the process. And the dork will have to end things by ripping his own heart out of his chest.
That's rad.
And when he does, he kills both himself and all of his Pumpkinhead minions. In the end, we see a battered but still alive Haggis bury a Pumpkinhead fetus, which will be revealed to be the secret love of the dorky girl who died to stop things.
Oh,
Right?
I like it.
Yeah.
And then you pull back, and there's like 45 Pumpkinhead graves.
I had to dig more.
Oh, she's a sturdy old lady. Yeah,
She's a dark witch. You can't just knock her down or
she's
beat her or
sustained
something.
by more than just physical.
Yeah, you have to chop her head off with a gravedigger shovel, drown her, and then burn her at the stake or something like that.
Yeah. Or at the very least, separate her parts and bury them in different corners of the world so they can never reassemble.
Oh, Haggis the Witch. Truly the greatest.
So we did Trick or Treat last time because that's our new thing.
That was the first one we did the sequelitis.
Yeah, so we don't really need to go into Trick or Treat.
I think we've covered it.
Yeah, we sequelized it. We sequalified it.
We will be doing that going forward with every movie that we cover.
Yeah,
that's going to be a regular part of it because that's super fun.
Yeah. It is
it's
fun.
Also it's a fun writing exercise just to think like, okay, what could you do next?
Well, and it's that awesome, what movie do I want to watch?
Right.
It's if I could take this world and these characters and do what I want with them,
where would I go? What would we see?
I like it.
Yeah. That's Halloween, baby.
That is Halloween, man. Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope
Happy Halloween.
I hope that it's as awesome as it should be.
Me too.
My kid's birthday is the 30th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
She was born in a Navy hospital in Japan on a skeleton crew because a typhoon was hitting.
Oh my God.
And while my wife was in labor, we were watching The Shining in the delivery room on October 30th. And she would have been born on October 31st, but they had to induce.
Oh, God.
It was time.
Sons of bitches.
Well, she had preeclampsia. They had to get it done.
But you were on the other side of the international date line. Technically, she would have been born on Halloween here in the States.
Now we were ahead.
Yeah, but it's the same time. Like for me, it was Halloween. For you, it was the 30th.
No. We were ahead. For us, it was the 30th. For you, it was the 20th.
But I don't want it to be.
Okay, fair enough. Then yeah, she's born on Halloween. I like it. I love the thing I read about getting rid of. Giving February one of the 31st days from 2 of the other months. And now instead of leap year, we get October 32nd, Halloween Part 2.
Look, I've been saying this for a while. I think this would solve a lot of problems. Every month that has a 31st is a Halloween.
Perfect.
6 Halloweens a fucking year, dude. Because, and you can theme them, there's, and because we've got horror around everything else, and it's not every month.
So is New Year's Eve Halloween?
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. It's the Christmas themed one.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't care. That's what I want.
Sure.
I want every 31st to be a Halloween, and it would make my life better.
And Spirit Halloween could just stay open year round, and you could just leave your decorations up.
Yes, because you're one's either coming or going, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That is my dream
really
to have
simplify things, honestly.
To have a themed Halloween party every 2 months, and just keep going around in a circle. I actually came up with that because Salem gets packed in October,
right?
To the point where it's unlivable, and it's like, well, if you celebrated Halloween every month that there's the 31st, you would draw some of those crowd away.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could go to Summerween instead.
Yes. Yeah, you just spread it out, and it's good for the economy because then they don't have one touristy thing. They every couple of months get an influx.
Everyone wins.
Everybody wins,
and especially Halloween.
Literally every single person wins.
There's no downside.
Yeah. I see no issues. I love it. I'm going to write a letter to my congressman.
Hell yeah. This has been In the Veins.
Yes, it has. And I have been Chris.
I have been Joe.
And we'll see you next time. Hey. When we're going to be covering Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes.
Vampire crime movie again.
But it's an action vampire comedy.
Action vampire. It's great. We're going to talk about it.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right.
Okay. See you then.
See you next time. Bye.
There is nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine.
You'd be surprised at the things you find when you go looking.
God, it knows I'm here.
Clear your minds. It knows what scares you. It has from the very beginning.
I'm plunging headfirst into some kind of black void of sheer, utter madness.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
It is entitled Naturan de Manto, roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
You're gonna die up there.
We've got to return some videotapes.